Your experience here at Southern New Hampshire University is important to us. It's our policy and practice to create an inclusive and accessible learning environment. If there are aspects of instruction or course design that present barriers to accessibility, please notify the Online Accessibility Center as soon as possible at 866-305-9430 or email oac@snhu.edu. Hello, my name is Rich Grant, and I'm one of the Business Career Advisors at SNHU. In this video, I'm going to share success stories from some of our accounting and finance graduates who were successful in finding employment in their field of study. Earlier this year, we surveyed SNHU students and recent graduates who are already working in accounting and finance positions to learn how they managed to land a financial-related job. We received over 50 responses with a lot of really compelling stories. We asked our students to pick the top 2 or 3 factors that led them to their first jobs in the field. And as you can see, gaining experience through their employers was mentioned most in the survey results. Internships and volunteering are also great ways to build experience. In this short video, I'll share comments from some of these students who started their finance and accounting careers at the bottom in temporary jobs, internships, or working in non-financial roles at their companies. In future videos, we'll discuss other ways that you can advance your careers through your network connections and by building your knowledge and skills. I also want to show you the career path of 2 of our SNHU graduates so you can see how they advanced in their careers. The first example is a finance graduate who worked his way up to be the chief financial officer of an office products company. He started out with an investments firm as an analyst and then moved up through a couple of other analyst roles, including senior analyst at a large cable company. From there, he landed a role as a director with the company that he's currently with, as their CFO. Now, one of our accounting graduates is also a chief financial officer today with a company that owns a chain of movie theaters. She began her career as an accountant with a public accounting firm and stayed there 12 years, moving into a manager role. Her first position with the movie theater company was vice president, and now she oversees accounting and finance as their CFO. For many of our graduates, however, the road to success takes a few more twists and turns. Here are some other possible career paths on the way to becoming a CFO. You might begin in an accounts payable office paying the bills or an entry-level analyst. The next step could be a supervisory role, maybe a more advanced analytical position. Eventually, you move into higher levels of management, maybe director, assistant controller, controller, vice president, on your way to becoming the CFO. Now, as you listen to the stories from the accounting and finance graduates that I'll share with you in just a few minutes, you'll notice that they each started in roles below what we might consider an entry-level financial job. But that didn't stop them. That entry, low-level job didn't, dissuade them any. They had grit. They had a positive attitude. They also worked hard, took the initiative whenever they could, and they paid their dues in order to move up to roles with more financial responsibilities. Now, it's important to look at the big picture of how you'll achieve success in your career. Your degree is one piece among numerous considerations that employers take into account. In this Forbes article, and you can see the link to that at the bottom of the screen, the author interviews an HR executive, and this individual gave some insights into what he looks for in job candidates. Quite an extensive list, and I'll share that with you. Personality, social skills, a growth mindset, motivation, attitude, fit with the culture, grit, curiosity, optimism, a global mindset, a knack for problem solving, good at relationship building, and communication skills. Now, 2 interesting quotes from the article. He says, "How you get things done is just as important as what you've done. And he was talking about integrity, fairness, and decency. And then the other quote, "We want people who will bring their hearts and minds and authentic selves to work." In summary, employers look at a person's knowledge, skills, and abilities, education, but almost equally important are the personal attributes and how well the candidate will work with the existing team at that company. Let's take a look at the stories from those students who were willing to start at rock bottom. And again, they didn't get discouraged with the jobs they were in. They took advantage of any opportunity to learn new things and to build financial skills and experience. They also managed relationships effectively. We all hope to land that perfect, well-paying job as we're completing our degree programs, but more often than not, it's challenging to break into a new company or a new career field. Nicole started as a receptionist, was not doing any accounting or finance work at all, but she worked hard and said yes to new responsibilities. It took about 5 steps in an upward direction, and now she's the controller of her company. Marissa also started as a receptionist, and she took the initiative to take on new projects. Employers notice that sort of effort, and good employers like Marissa's will reward people accordingly. Meredith has quite the success story, going from a college intern to director of finance. But that success didn't happen overnight. It takes grit and determination. Meredith worked hard, did the right thing, and seized upon opportunities. In the 4 moves she made to other parts of the country, I'd have to guess that 1 or 2 were not exactly her dream locations, but she said yes, and it paid off for her. Chris went from being a bartender to a financial controller in his career so far, and in addition to building his experience over time, starting out as an intern, the other thing that strikes me about Chris's story is that he's a good relationship builder. He interacted with the CPA of his restaurant, and that CPA could see the attitude and the potential that Chris had. One opportunity leads to another, and you can see that after gaining some accounting experience, Chris was approached by a customer of the restaurant. Now he's in banking as a financial controller. Brittany makes some great points here about keys to success. Applying knowledge and skills to keep growing, being a fast learner, and adapt quickly. She started out on the manufacturing floor and consistently looked for opportunities to learn new things. Change is constant, and if you can grow with the changes, you'll find success along the way. Now, Brittany is a budget analyst for her company. Diane began as a temp, and like other stories we've heard, she took the initiative rather than shying away from extra work. But being willing to take on new projects, Diane expanded her skills and knowledge and had the opportunity to network with people who could eventually help her. Rebecca started in an office role, but demonstrated her potential for accounting to her employer. And that employer was so impressed, they invested in Rebecca's future by funding her educational program. And within the next 5 years, she'll move into the controller position. In summary, everyone has their own unique experiences in navigating their careers. Some common ingredients for success are taking the initiative, being able to recognize and take advantage of opportunities, and working well with people. As you pursue your career paths, take advantage of the career advising support we offer to you. I'd recommend contacting SNHU Career and talking with one of our career advisors about action steps that you can take immediately that will better ensure that you achieve success in your career. Again, my name is Rich Grant. Thank you very much for watching today.